How do I do that?
You can pull it up. Hey guys, what's going on? It's YoAnty. Welcome to Anty and Eddie kicking. Shoot, what's the name of the show? Kicking it.
I don't know. I just thought it was Anty and Eddie for now.
Anty and Eddie talking. Anty and Eddie talking kicks, and it's not talking. It's talking with a little apostrophe on the N on the K because we're really cool.
Of course.
I cannot spell. Whatever. All right, hey, let's get into it. Real quick, guys. What I'm going to do, and this is something that I've never really seen anyone doing a live chat. Tweet me a video of you asking a question, and you have a chance to be featured at the end. We're gonna do about 5 to 10 minutes Q&A. I've already gotten some video tweets of people asking questions. I think it's a cool interactive way to get you guys involved in the show. It's almost like taking phone calls on a radio show, except tweet me a video. If you tweet a question, I won't answer it. It's got to be a video. Okay, Eddie. Eddie win, ladies and gentlemen.
they know me. I'm a regular. It's okay.
Hey, live free or die, right?
Oh, dude, I knew you were going to make a New Hampshire comment.
I
knew it. Hour away.
All right. How you been? Good?
Dude, everything is good. Everything's great. How about you?
Fantastic.
Your Snapchat has been on fire lately.
My Snapchat comes in waves. Like, I won't snap for like 2 days. And then when I'm snapping today, it's like a 5-minute story throughout the day. So
you just go ham. I'm like watching them. I'm like, it's Wednesday. I was like, this guy's on beer 5, meal 10.
But what I've come to realize, at least with my Snapchat, is just really videos of me drinking beer.
But casually.
Yeah, very, very casually. So, all right. So what we want to talk about today is essentially just kind of catch up on, sneaker, the sneaker world, kind of the state of the sneaker game. I think the sneaker, and when I talk sneaker game and stuff, I'm talking mainly what me and you are involved in, and that's sneaker social media. Things that we see every day. We see, all the sneaker media and outlets on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. So there's just a lot of sneaker media in the little world that we live in as sneaker YouTube guys. So when I say state of the sneaker game, kind of what we're seeing with our own eyes,
Yeah.
Totally. And a lot of people have asked that, and it seems like the sneaker game has for me it's kind of like comes and goes, ups and downs as far as just overall. I don't know. And this isn't just for me, just what I see. I guess excitement. Sometimes it seems like things are really slow and you're like, nothing's coming out. Certain brands aren't doing this or that. And then there are times where it's like, whoa, whether it's Adidas, Yeezy, retros, like things seem like they're like popping off. It's just up and down for me. So what's your current thought on the sneaker game?
So wait, is that like a monthly thing for you? Are you like, there's, because we kind of get release information like about a month in advance. Obviously Jordan stuff a little farther out, but we kind of know what's going to drop for that month. So if you see what's going to release like in June or July and you don't see much, like, do you think that's kind of a lull? Like, are you like, it's kind of weak right now. And then shit can just pop off in August or something.
Yeah, I do, because there seem like there's times where, and even just sneaker news or anything that's going on in the sneaker world, that I definitely think, for instance, I feel like right now it's kind of crazy because we just had the Yeezy 750s drop, even come along with like a story like the Curry 2 lows. Like that was a wild sneaker story. I had people that like know I'm like kind of like a sneaker guy, but they're like people I've never talked about sneakers, like, oh hey, how about the Steph Curry shoes? Huh? And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, you heard about that? And everyone knows about it. And I had so many people, random people I don't talk about sneakers with, ask me about it. So like stories like that, and Nike basketball, we were just talking before we came on air, like LeBron winning the championship in a Zoom Soldier.
Right.
I don't know how do you feel? Let's just start with Nike basketball, like, talking about lulls and stuff. What do you think about Nike basketball right now?
Well, for the first time in in the longest time. I'm really only looking at Nike basketball from a performance standpoint. And for balling, I usually only play in the Kobe's. So it's kind of crazy how sneakers are right now because it's totally like a lifestyle thing for me, and I'm really only looking for like simple, like minimal things and like new like tech runners. You know what I mean? So basketball shoes are just like way gone for me. Like I really don't think like maybe I could casually wear a pair of Kobe's. I don't think I could do it with KD's or LeBron's, but back like 3 or 4 years ago, I was all about that. You know, I was like, oh, LeBron's and jeans, and I'm good. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't look good if you rock it now. Like your style is your style, but for me personally, there's way better options out there right now that I would rather go with than like a Nike Tech basketball shoe, and they're super expensive still. You know, like they're not going to drop the prices. They're going to keep them where they're at and let everything else catch up to their price point. You know, like what did LeBron's hit for this year?
I think 200. I think 200.
Yeah. So KD's and Kobe's will slowly creep up as well, but that's just too much for me. Like, you know.
Right. No, yeah, I do. And with the I will say this, I actually like the way the KD9 looks. That upper, I like the way it looks. Will I wear it casually? Probably not. Would I play in them? Yeah, I like the way they look. I think the price point might be like 150, which is good. Although they had the whole like, oh, KD's are never gonna be over $100, and that was a lie.
Right, I know, I remember that.
Imagine if they ever stayed at that price point, like it would have been incredible. But they just with how hot sneakers are right now, they'd be silly to keep them at that price point.
Sure.
But I guess it's like, you know, for someone like us who play basketball casually, what do we play once or twice a week?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need 10 pairs of basketball shoes. You know, you could have one pair and you could beat them to death for 6 months, then get another one. So let's just say you buy 2 basketball shoes a year. Back when, and if you're not wearing them casually, it's pointless to have, you know, an abundance. Whereas when we were wearing LeBrons a lot more casually, you know, 3-4 years ago, it was okay to own 10 pairs of LeBrons because you were getting used, you were wearing them every day, not once a week. With LeBrons, do you think it's because of the way they look, the silhouette, the bulkiness? Like, what is it that, you know, especially around the LeBron 8, 9, and 10, were probably when people were wearing them the most. Mm-hmm. Do you think they're just too clunky right now to wear casually, and they just don't fit your style, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, totally. Like they're too bulky, for one, because obviously skinny, like we've had this discussion through videos. Skinnier jeans are in right now. Tapered fit, I prefer that. So it's hard to wear basketball shoes with slim fitting jeans. I mean, with shorts, you can pull it off more so, but I'm used to seeing, like looking down and seeing, you know, like a pair of Vans right now, a pair of Nomads, a pair of Puma Suedes, or like an older style runner, which aren't as bulky. Like they're high cut and they're big. Like if it's gonna be high cut, it's got to be like a Jordan 1 for me. You know what I mean? Like I can't. Plus, it's a waste. Like all that, like the technology they put into shoes, and I'm just going to the grocery store or the bar with them. You know what I mean?
Yep. So sticking with this is around the LeBron 9. Do you remember how many, and this is kind of like a bigger question of, do celebrities and rappers and artists and stuff, do they set the trends? Because do you remember like how often you'd see, like Wale would rock LeBron 9s all the time, whether it was the Hornets, the Cannons, he was rocking them, the Mangoes, like, and they looked really cool. Like he was pulling them off, and a ton of guys, the Game, like wearing the South Beaches, a ton of rappers and athletes are wearing the LeBron 8, 9, and 10, I would say. Mm-hmm. Then around the 11 and 12 and 13, it just dropped off. I don't see, maybe I'm missing it, but I don't see musical artists, rappers, actors, whoever wearing them anymore. Do you think they were giving them a push? Because I mean, I think everyone to a point can say, yeah, you look at certain guys that you listen to and you might like their style, and you kind of check out what they're wearing, and you may not even realize it, but they might be, you know, subtly influencing you a little bit. So do you think because they stopped wearing them, that it kind of killed them being worn casually?
No, I think it just progressed. I think that the lifestyle side from every brand is being pushed harder and it's got more innovative. I mean, what Adidas has done is just unbelievable. They have so many new lifestyle models under the Originals line, and then Ultra Boost with Adidas running. Like that stuff is just undeniable. Like you can look at those and you can see 10 new models that all look great. And then like a lot of those celebrities, they have stylists that are picking out the clothes for them, like people that have their ear to the street. So when their stylist sees what's coming out, what's new, they want to put the new shit on their feet, So I don't know. And I think that a lot, like the basketball shoes kind of died off a little bit design wise. Just after the LeBron 9, they're not as appealing as they used to be. Most Adidas hoop shoes aren't too appealing to me. I mean, some of the Lillards, I guess you could go with, but and plus a lot of trends are starting on Instagram nowadays, because social media is so big that sometimes you see the first thing you see is on IG.
Yep. Real quick, I got to be at one point in my life. I got to be an ear to the ground type guy. Like, wouldn't that be the coolest? Because people that have their ear to the ground are the coolest.
Sure.
Right? Like you're talking about your brother who lives in New York and he's way ahead of the trends and shit. I just wish one day I could be like, yeah, hey, this is a new style. You should check it out. I gotta get my ear to the ground at some point in my life and be that guy, not just wait for the trends to come to me.
You got to move to Soho.
Yeah. But and I'll say this, I've said this before too. I think the Roshi run is responsible for a lot of this shift. That the Roshi run, when that first started, think about how many people own Roshi runs now or have owned them. Just I see them all the time in that kind of switch over from basketball shoe to low top throw on lifestyle sneaker. I think the road and you hear so many times people will be like, oh, the Adidas NMD looks like a Roshi run, or the Yeezys look like a Roshi run, and the amount of ripoffs of the Roshi run. I think the Roshi did a lot for low top casual throw on sneakers in kind of a lifestyle shoe. A Roshi run is not meant to be worked out in. It's not a sport shoe. It's not a performance shoe. It's a lifestyle shoe.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
So, and when you look at these, and what's amazing is I don't think people know, but I think there are some people who don't know that Adidas Ultra Boost are running shoes. They're not Adidas Originals. They're not Adidas. They're Adidas running.
I know.
They are running shoes. And what's funny is, you almost could argue like people like, oh, why would you buy a pair of basketball shoes if you're not going to play basketball in them? Mm-hmm. The amount of times I probably got that when I would wear LeBrons. Oh, he doesn't even hoop, but he wears like LeBrons. It's like the same argument could be made for the Adidas Ultra Boost. Oh, you don't run. I mean, I don't fucking run. I play basketball at the gym and I lift, but I don't run. I'm not a runner. But obviously with those, you get that comfort. You get that boost technology. And, I feel like as people who have owned them and worn them a lot, I don't want to say hype them up. I think we're just truly speaking how we feel about them, but we say, these are so comfortable. They're easy to wear. That you wear them every day. And I think people are getting them almost looking for even more than that. Because I've seen some people be like, they're comfortable, but not the most comfortable shoe ever. I think everyone's foot and what they find comfortable. I think we say that a lot, as YouTubers, like, oh, these are really comfortable. I say that about every fucking shoe I own. Because they are, I think a lot of times I'm not good at wearing uncomfortable shoes, so I'm not going to buy a shoe if it's not comfortable. I do own some shoes that are not the most comfortable, but they're still, at the end of the day, they're still sneakers. Sneakers they're supposed to be some form of comfort.
Right.
They're not fucking wedding dress shoes or, that which usually aren't the most comfortable. There's always some type of comfort, in sneakers.
How did we get here? You just went on a comfort dress shoe rant.
I don't know how I got here. I'm the Ultra Boost, Adidas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So with Adidas, let's talk about we're just real quick. I let everyone know we're going to be on here for 30 minutes. Last 10 minutes we'll do last 5-10 minutes we'll do Q&A. Let's talk about Adidas now. We kind of touched on it. What do you think? Do you think that Kanye is the one who's responsible for them kind of taking over in our little world?
In our world, for sure.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know if he's 100% responsible, but a good percentage, I'd say. You know, like all eyes were on him when he went to Adidas. Like we were like ready. People were hyping up the Adidas Yeezy shoe a year before it even dropped, and everything he throws on his feet sells out. So, I mean, he's boosted ZX Flux sales, Stan Smith sales, obviously Ultra Boost sales, like big time. You know, how with that said, like I don't feel the need to go out and buy a shoe that he wears. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, like his opinion and preference on sneakers doesn't really mean too much to me. You know, like I can still garner my own opinion and pick and see what I like, you know, especially outside of Adidas. But, you know, like there's plenty of Adidas that I own that he's never worn. So what about you?
So with Adidas, it's hard to put like my finger on like if they're really doing well or if it's just the guys we follow. We are promoting Adidas so much that we think that they're like the end all be all. You know, we obviously everyone watches what Kanye does. When a Yeezy drops, the whole world shuts down, right?
Right.
Everything stops. So my thought is I'm always trying to gauge to me, Nike is, for me personally, Nike is not, is not top dog right now for me. But I think in regards to just general overall awareness, Nike is still, even dollar-wise, kicking ass.
Sure.
But if we're talking our little world, what have they done recently that's at all, take Jordan Brand out of it, right?
Yep.
Nike sportswear, right? They haven't done anything that's worth talking about. I think the Prestos have been nice. I like the Prestos. Was it a Flyknit Presto, like the one that's like kind of the mid?
Yeah. Yep. Flyknit Presto. I mean, those are nice. They've done some Nike Lab, like Air Force Ones. I mean, they're not like making major moves, but like, does it matter though?
What's funny is the Nike Lab stuff I actually like, like some of those Air Force One mids, and they've done a few other things, and I personally really like them, but as a whole, it seems like that stuff's kind of sitting, and it's not really generating a lot of buzz. I like it, but it's not generating a ton of buzz.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the price range too, and how much they're releasing. Like those Nike Labs, those Prestos. I mean, there's been some Flyknit stuff, but like, how much longer are they going to push Flyknit? And the releases haven't been as abundant as the Adidas ones are, and all that stuff is like 150 to 200. I mean, I know some of the Prestos are a little bit cheaper, but Adidas is attacking that 100, 120, $140 price range, big time. The Alpha Bounce was home run, man. $100. They generated some hype within like a day, sold out on their site. A good looking $100 sneaker is always going to do well in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like Nike's Huarache will always do well as long as it stays at that $100 price point. Air Force One mids and simple colors, I think, will always do well. I mean, clearly they're still out there. So, but I don't think it's okay. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
From tonight on, 2 years out, for 2 years, starting today, if you could only rock Adidas or Nike, which one do you go with?
For 2 years.
2 years.
for 2 years straight, I can only rock Adidas or Nike?
Yep.
That's a good question. I like it.
I'm not talking like the sneakers that you have, like you can buy throughout the next couple of years, pick up whatever you want, but you can only pick up Adidas or Nike.
Jordans are not included.
We'll include Jordans.
That is tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough if you have access to all the shoes. To be honest, I think if you want to stay on trend, right?
Yeah.
I think you continue right now. Adidas, to me, and the stuff they're creating is more on trend. I like a lot of their styles. Even something like the Stan Smith Prime Knit, like that shoe is so nice. Like I just love even like all the tubular models. I love what Adidas is doing, the NMDs, and I think their styles are more current, more unique. They're just, to me, cooler. So for the next 2 years, honestly, in Jordan retros are like, there are times I like feel embarrassed to wear Jordan retros now. Like when I wear Jordan retros, I feel like I know for real. I'm like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm like, oh, cool. Like I don't know. Something about wearing Jordan retros is just feels funny to me now.
Really?
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
I still like them. I still like them.
Wow.
Just like
aggressive.
They're not as. I guess because it's so redundant. So
it
like
is.
I've seen 1 billion Jordan 12s released. Like if you buy, let's just say those gray and blue Jordan 12s that come out, you buy those and wear them. It's a nice shoe, but like doesn't feel special. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. It feels like just whatever. Whereas I think I'm a fan of, and we think about how often we buy retro sneakers, right? We buy the same fucking shoe over and over and over. That's not fun.
I know.
This is me personally. I actually enjoy getting a brand new model, and let's say the Alpha Bounce, right? I haven't ordered those. I keep seeing pictures of them, and I'm like, they piqued my interest. I'm curious.
Right.
Brand new model. I would love to try it on and see how it fits, and just see how the boost and bounce is in there. And to me, that's more exciting than, I got another Jordan 5. It's just a different color. Like we're buying the same shoes over and over, just different colors.
Dude, you hit it on the head, man. You hit
like,
it on the
they might
head.
be more limited, but like it's the same shoe.
Right. I know.
Why is that? That's not fun. So the answer is Adidas.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you.
No. I'm used to it at 30 minutes into the live chat.
It's the same question to you.
Dude, you hit it on the head, man. Like I co-sign. Like there's some things that Jordan can do for sure. Like I liked what they did with the public school 12s by totally switching up the materials and stuff. But that's pretty few and far between.
And ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those two shoes, I'm like, all right, for a retro, right? They actually did something that made it feel new, even though it is still the same shoe. They made it feel like a new, cool design.
Right. Yep. And what's crazy is, Jordan or even Nike will have these launch dates. They'll launch the shoe. If you don't get it a week later, like it's forgotten about. But I mean, like I've missed some of these new Adidas models, and I've thought about them afterwards. Like I got to get those. Like I missed the. I was wearing them today. I don't have them, but the tubular dooms. I missed those in the initial colors, and I was bummed. I was like, I need to get a pair of those. I'm getting the next colorway I can, and I was able to get the triple blacks. But I mean, you miss a pair of retros, it's gone. Like I'm not like it's been like maybe I can count like 1 or 2 times where I've gone back on eBay and got an older retro that I really, really wanted. Unless I saw it and it was just a steal or something like that. Like those white metallic 5s are the only ones I can think of that I went back and got. So, I mean, like you said, the new models just have way more meaning to them. And if I was only rocking Jordan or Nike for 2 years and I saw some of these new models that they're dropping, because they're gonna drop new shit. They're gonna continue to do so. Yeah. I would feel like I was missing out, and I'd want them on my feet.
Yeah. And I think Jordan has failed at creating that same buzz. Like they dropped those, the Horizons, It was like the 13 bottom with the mesh upper. Like no one wants those. No one likes it. That was a fail. They need to get better at creating cooler, better stuff.
I know. I didn't really get that. I mean, I think the Eclipse and the Reveal have been like the only decent things I've seen.
Even those I'm not wild about. I personally like the Futures. They really comfortable on my feet. Like I thought the Futures were. I like the Futures.
Yeah, that's true. That's not bad.
Cool. And maybe it's because and they probably were because it had the 11 bottom. That was enough for people to really start to get a little talk and buzz around them.
Right.
All right, hey, let's get into some questions now. I've got 3 video questions. I'm gonna let you guys know again. If you're watching, you have to tweet me a video of you asking the question. You can't just type it. Doesn't fly here. Here we go. You guys ready? Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on.
Question is.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
What's up, YoAnty and Eddie Wynn? My question is, what influences your sneaker and clothing style the most these days? Or do you just kind of wing it and put stuff together that you think is dope?
I thought that was a great question. Thank you, Sneak Geek 87. I'm going to let you answer that one first, just because they're definitely talking about style and influence and kind of where you get yours from.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
I think it's a mix of both. I mean, I see things on like whether it's on a blog or on Instagram, and some of that stuff might influence me. But at the same time, you gotta have like your own style. You know, like there's so many people I see right now that are just straight up look like Jerry Lorenzo, and just only wear like Fear of God stuff and like the whole kit and caboodle, like the same shoes he's wearing, and like that's fine. Like I do think it looks good for sure, but I think you should maybe grab a little bit of that and then add a little bit of your own style and just have a look, have like a unique look, you know, have something that like if you wear something off, someone's gonna be like, that's not really your style, you know, like have like your own style and some originality. It's okay to pull some stuff in, but as far as where it comes from, like I said, like on IG or a blog or something, I might see a pair of pants I like, or a hat or a shirt, but I'm not going to be like, I like that hat, shirt, pants, sneakers, socks, and background. I'm doing that same exact pose at that same exact place, wearing all the same clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And you said it best. You know, I think what happens sometimes is people try too hard in style and fashion and what they wear, or they try to copy someone like Kanye too much to the point where it's like, oh, you're just a copy of what someone else is wearing. Whereas if that person just decided to be themselves and not try as hard and just add their own personality, their own brain to it, then they'd have their own original style. So I think just being, and it sounds cliche, be yourself. Like, well, that's hard to do. That's hard to do as well for any kid or out there. It's not easy to just be like, hey, this is me. Everyone appreciate me. Like, no, that's not how it works. Some people are a little nervous to just be who they are sometimes, but I think people that have good style or original style, it's because they're just doing what they want to do. And what's funny is for people, I don't think you have to be well-dressed or wear certain brands or names or anything to have good style. I think just your overall ambiance, who you are as a person, is enough. You know what I mean? Like, I think people that have good style are just people that are just cool in general, and whatever they're wearing just happens to look cool because they're cool.
Right.
It makes sense at all, you know?
Yeah, no, totally.
Like for me, like I definitely enjoy fashion and clothes and sneakers, all that stuff. But I think you're better at it. I think you have your foot's more in that game, in that lane. It's like I would like to, but at this, like, dive into it more. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, it's like a whole nother world.
It is.
Sneakers is enough. You know, so I'm just trying to like enjoy sneakers, and yeah, it's nice to put together like a decent fit every now and then, but I just don't try to overthink it.
Yeah, no, totally. I try not to either, for sure. But I like the big picture rather than just the sneakers. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I'm gonna throw on a decent pair of sneakers, I want to complete the look. Like you never really know like who you're gonna bump into when you're out or whatever, or where you're going. So might as well just try to like be on point, you know?
Yep, totally. All right, here we go. We've got our old buddy here, Apple Stomper on YouTube. Here we go. Ready? It's been a while, Tom.
My question for you is, what do you miss about the old sneaker YouTube 2012 days? Those are the days that I miss. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. See you, man.
Great question. Great video. A+ for the acting. If you guys can incorporate any type of acting, bonus points. Old YouTube. I feel like this could be a whole other topic for another day, you know, with like the whole live chat crew.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I liked about it was there was less pressure from, I think there's a little bit of pressure right now on YouTubers to produce content, to try to impress brands, to try to strike deals. It's become very a little corporate, if you will. Sneaker YouTube in general, because there's a lot at stake, if you will. There's a lot of great connections to be had. There's a lot of money to be had. There's a lot of just, I don't know, overall online awareness to be had. So it's become like a let's all get it. Whereas back in 2012, none of that existed. No one had really struck, I guess, you know, oil yet when it came to like, you know, opportunities. Like back when we first started doing, I never knew that any of this would be possible, that I'd meet certain people and get to go to certain places. I didn't know it was possible. So the overall vibe was a little different. And I will say making YouTube videos is not easy.
No.
It's difficult. It takes a lot of time. Turning on a camera and talking to is not easy. And I think people, this is just YouTube in general, scrutinize YouTubers a lot. And you're this, you're that, you said this. It's like, I just want to be like, dude, turn a camera on and talk in front of it and then be like, oh, no, I regret ever saying anything to anyone because this fucking sucks.
Right. I know. You're right.
It's not easy.
People do think it's easy. Mm-hmm. And I think in 2012, I was just a viewer, and that's like kind of when I started really liking the videos. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I like what I'm watching. You know, I can actually check out a video of a sneaker before I buy it. Like I want to contribute to that. So, but like you said, the landscape has changed so much that when I first got in it, there was like nothing. There was no stakes or anything like that. So I just turned on my phone. I used to just do one takes and not even show my face. I'd be like, I want to put like I'm gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No one's gonna know what I look like. They're just gonna see my sneakers. That's it, and I'm out.
Little Eddie Wynn just, was scared to show his face. Now he's showing his girl's ass all over the internet.
Dude, why you screenshot that shit?
Can you imagine I did? You're like, oh, who screenshot that? YoAnty.
Like, oh, yeah, great. Instead, I had like 10 other creeps I didn't recognize. I was like,
did you get screenshots on it?
Yes.
Ooh,
Are you serious? I should have been like,
damn.
I couldn't really investigate farther than that, but hopefully it doesn't pop up anywhere.
That's what I mean. The internet's at the end of the day, I'll always say is the internet is a dangerous game.
Yeah, that's true. It's still, with that said, though, it's still fun to me, and like it is 100% still a hobby for me. Like, yeah, you can make a few bucks doing whatever, and some cool opportunities can come across, but like it's not like 100% my life still, which is what I like about it. And obviously, same for you. You know, like you get a chance to make a video, say your 2 cents, and then you're back to reality. You know, you're not like 100% on Twitter all day, every day, talking about your videos, talking about the YouTube grind. Like, you know, it's I guess it's cool to like pick at it a little bit and analyze it and stuff. But like, there's more. It's better when it's just part of your life instead of your life. You know what I mean? In my opinion, you know, like no shots to anyone that's really grinding and doing it.
I agree. It's if you get too consumed in it, it's like get a fucking life. You know what I mean? We both have real lives outside of YouTube, and we have other shit to do. So it is, like you said, it's fun just to kind of hop in every now and then, make videos, do stuff on social. Like at the end of the day, yeah, having fun with it is the key. All right, I think I got 2 video questions left. Let's make them quick and then wrap this up.
What is your favorite Nike signature model this year?
This year?
I think that kind of crazy. Kobe Bryant joining the Andy. What's the name of the show again? Anty and Eddie talking kicks. We got Kobe Bryant on the show. Hey, no big deal. No big deal. I know. Favorite Nike model this year, he said?
Number 8, Kobe. Yeah, he said this year. So
rapist Kobe. That's when I see Kobe's number 8 jersey, I just think of the rape allegation. Sorry. That's true. That's oh shit. Let me change my number because I need.
Wait. Way to take it there.
Huh?
Way to take it there.
That's what I think of. My favorite one, like I mentioned, those Nike Presto, the mid flying it, like the gray colorway. I really like.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I think the only new Nike model I've got is trying to. Hopefully, I don't butcher the name. I have the shoe. I shouldn't butcher it, but I think it's the Nike Free Superfly Mercurial. Pretty sure that's it. I think that model is from this year. May have dropped in the fall. It's that high cut one that looks like the Tubular Doom. It's got the like sock liner kind of.
Yep. You bought those. You got those, right?
Yep, I did.
Okay. Cool. All right. Last question. Here we go. This one, I don't think it's technically sneaker related. Let's do it.
Oh boy.
I am Colin. You guys are Eddie and Andy. I want to know.
He called me. Did he say Andy?
What
I don't know.
This isn't really sneaker related. I know this is talking kicks, but what kind of music do you guys listen to? Yeah. Have a good day.
Oh my God, how about that kid's mustache though?
Okay. Fire mustache. Fire Hawaiian shirt. We have a Hawaiian shirt.
His name's Colin. Hey, hold on, can you play the intro again? He's just
Hold on.
Colin, and then he pauses.
Hold on.
Hi, I am Colin. You guys are Eddie and Andy.
Oh yeah.
You called me Andy when I called myself Andy by accident, and his question was already out there. So he didn't call me Andy because I call myself Andy. I don't know. I've never called myself Andy my entire life, but I did.
It sounded like he said Andy too.
He did say Andy. That's what's so weird.
Oh, okay.
All right, real quick, let's wrap it up. Music. You're a hip hop guy.
Hip hop.
You're hip hop through and through.
Yeah, through and through. There's a few things that dabble in, but that's
you're like deep. You know guys I don't even fucking know. I'm like,
yeah. And I know enough
not my Apple Music in the top 50. I have never heard of them.
It's okay. I like it all. Like I literally listen to everything from Hot 97 freestyles to the Kanye CD, new Drake shit, anything. You know.
Yeah, I'm a popular music guy. Any type of pop music, same thing. You know, obviously I do like, Drake and Kanye. That Chance the Rapper album, you like that?
Oh yeah, you listened to that?
I did. I've listened to it a lot of times. It's a good gym. It's a good gym flow. I honestly have listened to it like 10 times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to step up my hip hop game a little bit, but I'm a big country music guy. Like in the car on the way to the work, I have hour commute each way. I'll listen to country music for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
But I like all type of music. You know that John Mayer, all that shit. So
did you like that Nelly country song?
the one with like Tim McGraw?
Yeah.
Like at the time I did, yeah. Now it's fucking horrible. But all right, hey, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Dude, I was in your hood not too long ago. Check that out. Massachusetts Turnpike. What up?
Wow.
Dropping bombs.
In Boston?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I don't know where that was from actually. I just saw that on my desk and I don't even know why I have it.
So hopefully we can do this again next week. Andy, oh my God. It's not what is wrong with me. Anty and Eddie talking kicks. Next week, if you want to be featured, tweet us a video and we'll do it.
Yep.
Edward, thank you.
We'll get the comment section popping next time too.
All right. Yeah, and I didn't even look at the comments, so we'll check them out now. Peace.